Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and wanted to do a quick video as a thank you to Guitar Fuel over in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. They sell a lot of these preamps for bass guitar, acoustic guitar online on eBay most of the time, and I was actually one of the first people to actually buy the preamp back about 12 years ago. They still make the preamp today, the SBK-3AD, which is actually in my Samick Fairlane FN5 5-string bass, and this is been I can't really see it, but you it's been with in my possession for 12 years, as I mentioned. But it has the SBK preamp inside. The only major difference is many years ago it did not have the ability to connect the wires without soldering it, which is what you can do today. Mine does not do that, and it is set up for 18 volts. So a big shout out to Tone Monster, because these potentiometers, over time, they wear out, they start to crackle, they fail, even after cleaning them with Deoxit 5. And specifically what was hard for the version that I have is because of these two pots right here, the stacked ones. This one is pretty straightforward to get because this is what is called a stacked B100k, meaning an audio taper 100 kilo ohm stacked pot. And that they have plenty of extras available. And the one that over here for the middle sweep and then the middle boost and cut, this, at least the version that I have years ago, they used a very unique, kind of an odd, they have a B100K for the first dial here, and then the dial on top had a reverse logarithmic pot, or a C500K stacked pot here to control this portion of the preamp. Now they've redesigned the circuit to where both of these are the same. So this is a B100K stack pot, as well as this is a B100K. But if you were to ever look for the version that I have, you can substitute a B100K in here. And unfortunately, let me go to the one here. There we go. This is what I had picked up, and this is what it basically looks like. There, it's kind of hard to see. It's upside down, but it does say B100K and C500K. They no longer make this, so I got the last two. For a little extra context, here is actually the mid-frequency tone chart that is for this particular series of preamps. You can see here that the dotted line represents the middle frequency sweep position. In this case, if it's to the low or to the high side, it's basically acting as a toggle. So it's only 2 points, even though it's a fully variable pot. And that's what these dotted lines here are for. But you can see the solid line where if the middle boost and cut was in its lowest position or in its highest position, you see it's between 1K and 3K. And it's plus or minus 2 dB at 2K basically for the difference. And you can see between, this is a scale from 0 to 10 dB. You're seeing that this solid blue line and then this solid red line is between 0 and almost halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway. So about a 6 dB difference that the mid-frequency shift and boost and cut can do. This would explain why this particular preamp doesn't really seem to have a lot of effect on the mid-frequency. Now, if you take, for example, the EMG BQC system, which is the system I have in one of my 6-string basses, you'll see that this has a full 12 dB per octave boost and cut, and it has a much wider range of 100 hertz all the way up to 1K hertz. It's just a completely different preamp, but it has a full boost and cut range. Interestingly enough, but hey, for the cost of the SBK series preamp, I'm very happy with how it's performed over the years, but I wanted to include this information in case anyone was interested. The middle frequency range, if I was to do it over again, I probably wouldn't get this mid shift. I probably would just get the toggle switch, and this at least is a much more clear picture of how this preamp actually works. So hope this has been helpful, guys. If you have any questions, and please reach out to Guitar Fuel's Tone Monster if you guys have any questions. They do have these spare parts. You just would have to do some solder work in order to repair it. But for the cost, I think they've been great, and it's mixed. That bass has been dead silent for many years and operates great. So thanks again, and we'll catch you on the next video.